Hello, folks, and welcome. I'm Nick. I have been doing labor law for over 30 years, and this is my take, my opinion about Mr. Beast possibly being liable for Ava Tyson's behavior from a workplace point of view. All right. Welcome to the show, folks. Now, this won't be an extensive video. I'm just touching phrasing. I will just go through the basics here. Let's start with stuff we know Mr. Beast actually said after this news broke. This is what he says on his tweet. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. This line here, he says, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online. He doesn't state how long he has actually known about them. He only states that there are allegations of behavior online, but this doesn't mean he hasn't known about how she, let's do the pronouns okay for this time, how she acted at the workplace. Because as we have seen in other tweets and the alleged victim, this is something that has been under the Mr. Beast umbrella as a company, Mr. Beast as an employer for quite some time, for a good number of years. He continues to say, during that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. This is a good thing. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. Here, he goes back on what he said in the top paragraph here. He's seen enough online, taken immediate action. But this has been going on for years, allegedly. How much has he known? That is up to the investigation to show. He continues to say, I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation. I will take any further actions based on their findings. Now, this is him covering himself. How will he do to avoid being liable as an employer? Let's see Ava's defense. This is one of the tweets. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in this accusation has vocally supported that they are false. Not entirely correct, in my opinion. First of all, an alleged groomer never admits to being a groomer. And the person who gets brought up in this accusation has vocally supported that they are false. That person was a minor at the time when this began. And as I believe most of you know, a minor cannot consent. So that person's opinion does not matter in this case, in my opinion. Let's move on. Because here you have the 2001 Coercion and Incitement Act. This is federal. Section 2422A of Title 18 prohibits anyone from knowingly persuading, enticing, inciting, or coercing an individual to travel in interstate or foreign commerce with the purpose of engaging in prostitution or any criminal sexual activity, or attempting to do so. The key word here is attempting. What does that be in law? Well, the crude jokes, as Ava and the alleged victim claims it to be, started small and grew over time. Then they had a meet-up a few years later. We don't know more than that. That is up to, if this goes towards a criminal investigation, what actually happened. We don't know all of the communications between Ava and the alleged victim. That is for the future to find out. Section 2422B of Title 18 provides that if the individual who has been persuaded, induced, enticed, or coerced to engage in prostitution or other criminal sexual act is under the age of 18, then the penalty is 15 years imprisonment and or a fine. So, if an investigation shows that Ava conducted herself in a manner that is criminally liable, she's facing serious jail time. We don't know yet, and I have to remind you guys, I am a strong believer in innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. We don't know yet. We don't know everything that has been going on. In my opinion, it doesn't look good at all. Even though it might not be a criminal conduct, it definitely does not look good. Now, what does this have to do with labor law? Well, Mr. Beast is the head of the table, so to speak. He runs his YouTube channel as a business. He employs, to my knowledge, over 100 people. He employed Ava. I haven't seen the contract. She has been a co-host for many years, best friend since his school days. Received payment to participate in Mr. Beast videos. That makes, in my opinion, Mr. Beast Ava's employer. Let's go. And this is what the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission notes, that offensive conduct in workplace can include, but is not limited to, inappropriate or prejudiced jokes, displays of graphic or offensive images, use of slurs, intimidation, mockery, insults, and name-calling. Ava says these were just crude jokes. Well, this, in labor law, can constitute the creation of an unhealthy workplace. That is what Mr. Beast can be held liable for. If Ava did this under work hours as a face, or one of the faces of the Mr. Beast company, then this creates an unhealthy workplace for the other employees. In this case, I don't believe that the other employees necessarily have to report this in order for Mr. Beast to be held liable for it. But that is for an eventual, I assume, federal investigation to conclude. But this is my short, basic take on, is Mr. Beast liable for Ava's conduct as an employee of Mr. Beast? And in my personal opinion, after 30 plus years in labor law, handling hundreds of these cases where one employee creates an unhealthy work environment, unhealthy workplace, my understanding of American labor law is that, yes, there is a strong possibility that Mr. Beast can be held liable for Ava's conduct as a face of the company. If you want to hear more in depth about these kind of things, write it in the comments below. If you think I'm completely off the rails about this, write that too. Do other YouTube things, like, subscribe if you have not yet, and yeah, thank you for listening, and have a great day. Hug your family. Unless your family is crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. Okay? Bye-bye.